All righty, here we are with Coach Justin Price. Coach, first of all, congratulations on your opening win over Cumberland Gap. Was it much of a challenge for your team?
Well, I think the challenge was just how were we going to respond the first game of the year with some new players out there, some experienced players in an environment that maybe that was unique for us. You know, we're coming in as a heavy favorite with a lot of high expectations. But I thought our guys handled themselves very well and came out and executed at the level we thought they could.
Well, you know, Coach, in last week's interview, you pretty much hit the nail on the head when you said it's going to be a matter of attrition. You know, you're going to bring up big numbers, and they may not be able to hang with you.
Yeah, you know, I think we took about almost near 90 kids up there on Friday, and Cumberland Gap probably had about 30-something.
Yeah.
So, you know, as the game went on, you kind of seen that our players were just as fresh as they were at the beginning of the game due to they not playing every snap and just having some quality backups that we've been able to develop over the last couple of years.
But you know, Coach, they had their players, they were some pretty big boys on that line, but you guys seemed to handle them pretty well.
Yeah, their offensive line was great size. Those guys do a good job up there. The Province kid and a couple other ones that even started last year against us. So when we knew that would be something we would have to control the line of scrimmage on the defense side of the ball. And Big Mike, Tanner Boston, Peyton Webb, those guys did a good job of controlling the line of scrimmage, and the linebackers did a good job of fitting in their gaps and making some tackles.
Yeah, and Coach, you done one thing on offense that I really wanted to see, and I know some Division I college scouts wanted to see, and Ethan throwing long.
Yeah, you know, the thing about our offense is we like getting the ball out of the quarterback's hands as quickly as possible. Right. And if you watch us play the last couple of years, it's a lot of short 5 to 10 yard passes or at the line of scrimmage or behind. And
that middle was wide open.
Yeah, we want to attack the middle, and with the speed that we have at receiver this year, you know, we got to make sure we stretch the team, that defense vertically and horizontally. And I think that's going to be the next phase of our offense, going to make us tougher to defend.
Of course, there's a lot of things to brag about this game. You know, like the first half you only had 5 minutes and 16 seconds of possession time in the first half, but you made the most out of it, scoring 47 points, of course. But, you know, your defense, you know, and then there again, it's just Cumberland Gap. But they played pretty good. They played great run defense.
Yeah, like I said, the strength of Cumberland Gap is their offensive line. I think those guys are as good as some of the teams that will play. And we controlled the line of scrimmage, we fit the gaps, we understood our responsibility. And we talked about it earlier, you know, last year with Nick Bailey back there, he kind of made plays. He was a playmaker on defense. He would shed blocks and make plays he wasn't supposed to. This year is going to be important that every person, all 11, are on the same page, playing their role and responsibility to get the job done.
All right, Coach. Now, of course, your kicking game, it was, I could see improvement in it. You know, you returned some punts. And, you know, one punt there in particular, I think it was the second quarter, Trey Torres, I think he picked it up and got you much better field position than what you would have probably had last year.
Yeah, we've not returned a punt in 2 years since I've been here, but we talked about it in the preseason a lot. We're going to try to improve in the special teams phase of the game, and I felt like extra point did pretty good. We were 6 of 8 there, probably missed 2 that we shouldn't have. But our kickoff return team looked good. Our kickoff team was getting down there making some plays. But we're very proud, as you mentioned, was returning the punts. I think Trey and Elton, we're comfortable with those guys back there, and where they were blocking for each other, and that's going to help us down the road when you get in those tight games and those hidden yards, we like to call them. It's 10 or 20 yards, one way or the other. If you can make the difference up in that kicking game, that's less first downs you have to get, less plays you have to do to score.
That was Johnny Major's big thing, kicking game, special teams. Now this week, of course, you're playing a team that you probably, you know, you should win in Lynn Camp. They come into Campbell County High School. You guys had a tough time getting them to come down there and play, didn't you?
Yeah, you know, we put them on the schedule last year. If we were looking at the history of some teams that we played, some that weren't too far away. I mean, Lynn Camp's only about 45 minutes away up in Corbin, and so we called their coach and got them on the schedule. I think they overall record still 2-1 against Campbell County. They beat them twice in the 90s, I think. So
you want to even it up?
Yeah, we want to even it up. But you know, Lynn Camp, that coach, he's a good guy, and he's got a young football team, a smaller football team. So you know, at those smaller schools, it kind of goes in waves when your players are there, when they're not. But we're kind of catching them right now where they may not be as good as they have been in the past, but at the same time, they'll come down here with a chip on their shoulder. Like David versus Goliath situation, and we want to make sure that our kids are executing at a level and just getting better. No matter who you're playing, you're always really playing against yourself mentally and physically to do things that you can control and execute at a high level in all three phases of the game.
Now, of course, you guys are heavily favored. How do you keep your team from being overconfident this game?
Well, I think one day just keeping our kids understanding what the process of our program is and
what you're shooting for.
Right, and just understanding every day we just get a little bit better. By the time the end of the season comes, we can be a pretty good football team.
Right.
And even though we have some great plays against Cumberland Gap, there's some areas that we are going to work on this week and get better at, and we'll find more Friday. And every week, as long as you correct the mistakes and the things you're doing well, you just keep continuing to do better. I think that's what makes great teams, and I think that's what the kind of the mindset our team has right now.
All right, Coach. Well, we thank you for your time again.
I appreciate it.
Of course, we wish you all the best this Friday, and what do you say we go enjoy some hot fresh pop?
Sounds good to me.
See you later.
Walker and you young guys here, we challenge everybody on this football team to start these seniors off on the right path. And I think we did a good job. Proud of our effort. Give it up. A lot of good things in the first half we talked about. In the second half, some of you young guys, I thought y'all did some good things. Like this since day one, we're going to evaluate this film and see what we can do better. All right, because we've still not played our potential in any three phases: special teams, offense, or defense. There's a lot of room for improvement. We need guys to step up.
Hey, Coach, did you realize in the first half you only had 5 minutes and 16 seconds of possession?
About 40 points, wasn't it?
Yeah, 47 points. What are we going to see next week?
We got a lot of fast guys out there. I like getting on the ball, seeing them run. So
Right.
we're proud of them.
But Coach, I heard you talk before the game, and I know it's a pep talk, but you were saying stuff like, they think that we can't do it without Nick Bailey. Do you think the opposing team saw the process at work tonight?
Yeah, I think so, and I think a lot of our young kids got confidence, and that's the key. That's what we want. We want these guys to be confident in what they can and do, and even the stuff they can't do, we got to get it fixed, and I think that's where we're at, so I'm very proud of them.
But now, you saw a lot of mistakes in even tonight's game, didn't you?
Yes, sir, and we'll watch the film, and we always get better. We're very proud of everything that we do, but there's always something to improve on, and that's what we're going to do.
Okay.
That's our job as coaches. That's why they call us
Congratulations,
coaches.
Coach. Good job, baby.
Thanks, David.